I keep getting asked, what should I buy? This car, that car? None of those cars. Buy one of these. Let's get started. Eurasian Bob strikes again and again and again. And to infinity, he just keeps striking, I guess. This is his 2009 Mercury Grand Marquis with only 19,000 miles, and it is literally brand new. Every bolt, every nut, everything on this car, even the interior smells like it just rolled off the assembly line. Immaculate. We're going to take a look around this thing. It doesn't need anything. So we did do an oil change service, but we're definitely going to show you this car isn't amazing. Now, some of you out there are looking at a 2024 car, about to sign on 60 grand in debt. Don't do it. I'll tell you why. Long after that plastic 2024 car is in the junkyard because it has plastic oil pans, plastic intake, plastic parts inside the door, plastic everything. It won't last 20, 25 years. It'll be in the junkyard. I guarantee you, this car will still be cruising the highways when that brand new $60,000 car is in the junkyard. You can take that to the bank. That's how good these things are. They are literally bulletproof. It's not uncommon to see 500, 600, 700,000 miles on this car, and this one only has 19,000. Let's take a look around this thing and behold the beauty. All right, guys, we're going to play the game. I dare you to find a scratch. I dare you to find anything wrong with this car. It does look like a cop car in 90s, early 2000s. You see this in your rearview mirror and you're like, oh crap. But I'm telling you, it's still stylish. It has a very nice paint on it, like a wine burgundy color. All the plastics, everything is like brand new. As you go down the side, it says Ultimate Edition there on the side. You can see it's got flawless chrome wheels. It's literally could sit on a showroom floor and advertise as new. Right on the back, we can see where it came from when it was new. The Bob Rohrman Auto Group in Lafayette, Indiana. Let us know in the comments, maybe you bought a car from there. Maybe they're still in business, I don't know. And same thing down that side. A beautiful, beautiful car. Let's go under the hood, and you're going to be surprised under the hood. Really surprised. Are you guys ready? I was even shocked when we opened the hood on this thing. Bask in the perfection, guys. Every piece of adhesive, tape, emblems, everything is still intact. Even has the little paint marks from the factory. For whatever reason, they check marked that. Belts, everything as new. All the heat shields, everything's intact. This car literally needs no repairs. You can see the brake booster, and you can see the ECM, and the wires don't even have dust on them. Literally like a brand new car. Now I know I keep saying that it looks like a brand new car, it looks like it's getting old. I know you're getting tired of hearing that, but I'm just shocked myself really how nice this thing is. It's been a long time since I've seen one this nice. I remember these being brand new and they were like this, and it's just very refreshing to me all these years later to see one of these as I remember it back then. So I guess that's why I'm getting a little excited about it. The one thing I want to share with you is this thing will be like new as long as it's cared for 20 years from now. Let's let Mrs. Wizard show you guys the interior. I wish you could smell it. Back in the 90s, my mom got a brand new Mercury Sable, and I remember that smell as a kid. It was just so, it's like, oh, it smells so good, brand new car. It is that identical smell that's in this Mercury. Take it away, Mrs. Wizard.
There we go, ladies and gents. It says 19,625.9 miles. Let me go ahead and uncover our light so we can see that beautiful gauge cluster. There's not even dust in here. This thing is going to present phenomenally well. But let's go ahead and move up. You see, obviously, the way the exterior is, this has been kept in the garage. Grandma here has not seen a raindrop, I don't think, and in the interior, I don't think she's seen much more than a dust wand. We've got great faux wood on our dash, very simple to use radio system, and a very simple HVAC system. So we move down, got our first hidey hole. I love how it pulls out We've got combo cup holder and cigarette lighter and ashtray all in one. Pulls back and slides into place. As we look at our seat, it's in nice ivory leather, and it is absolutely a sofa on wheels. This thing is so comfortable. It does have a split armrest, so we actually can seat 6 people in this car. Door card is in a fabulous shape. Nothing going wrong, no marks, no scuffs, no anything, because it doesn't have anything wrong with this car. The faux wood is in great shape. The markings on our controls for like the window, for the door locks, for the power seats, everything is there. The arrows have not been rubbed off. As we move to our back seat, everything again is in perfect shape, as the wizard says. Got a little armrest in the center, but again, it does seat 3 people back there. And let's real quick just take a peek at this floor. It's in perfect condition. Nothing has been marked. Nobody has really probably ever sat back there. It is perfect. Back shelf is, of course, in good shape as well. Headliner. Don't you love this sea of beige? It is in, again, great shape. Being that this is a grandma car, given the name, after all, very simple controls here as well. Have a 2-spoke steering wheel, but again, all we have is controls for cruise control, speeding, and off and on. Nothing else. No buttons for phones and radios and volume or anything like that, because that's not what Grandma wants. Grandma wants it nice, easy, and simple. So, wow, I am so impressed with this interior. I'm really wondering, if it looks this good on the top side, what does the bottom side look like?
That thing purred like a kitten when it started. I barely could hear it. One thing, like Mrs. Wizard said, it's so nice on top. I've actually seen cars that were stunningly nice on the top. But when you got underneath, you're like, oh, this thing is trash. I've seen those cars before. Let's see if it's the same thing here. And one thing to keep in mind, this is some of the last years of what's called a perimeter frame. It's a full frame like your pickup truck, but it's on a car. They stopped doing that now, but this still has the old school frame on it. Let's take a look. Here's our condenser and our radiator, although it has some bugs and stuff to be expected from driving it. Very good shape. This little air deflector, air dam here, not even any scratches really that bad on it, nothing scraped, torn up. There's our radiator fan. No leaks, anything going on there. Here's our steering rack. It goes all the way across, which is really nice on these big old cars to have a steering rack. Nice tight steering, everything's clean, no leaks. You can see our serpentine belt and our pulleys from below. Everything's happy. Check out the brakes. They got like 80% remaining. Nothing's loose. Struts are dry. Sway bar link is tight. Looks like the same thing over here. Yep. Everything's good there. In a world of 8-speed and 10-speed modern automatics, kind of like the Charger I have has an 8-speed automatic. This is the old school 4-speed overdrives, but it shifts just fine, very smooth. No leaks. Does have the cats in place. We have 2 into 1, single exhaust here. You can see a little bit of a coating on the drive shaft here. It's because this entire bottom was coated with a special protective coating. I'll show you the sticker when we get it back on the ground. But that also will help it last many more years. Come back to the muffler. Drive shaft's good. It does have airbags in the back for suspension. And they're good to go. And you can see we've got everything coated. Even the frame is coated in that special coating. Check out these brakes. 80–90% remaining. Shocks are good. Same thing over here. Our fuel tank is still old school metal, and it's right up in here. It comes down, it's kind of like a suitcase laying on side, on its edge. Right here is our charcoal canister. Everything's there, easy to get to. I like the way they do these on the Ford. Even the 05, 6, 7 Mustangs are kind of like this. Here's our big, massive trunk. And we have one single exhaust out the back. Let's check the tires. It has had some nice Michelins installed, 6th week of 2020. So these are good to go. Let's get this thing on the ground. As I mentioned, it has a Z-Bark coating. You can actually see it here. Z-Bark Gold Shield Protection Programs. Sometimes dealerships will have these undercoatings or things where they'll try to sell them to you when you buy a new car. Obviously, it was worth it on this car because the underside is pretty much rust-free for the most part, as far as the body's concerned. So that was definitely, whatever it cost to do that, was definitely worth it. Yes, it's a grandma car, grandpa car, whatever you want to call it. But there are people out there that their main concern is it safe? Is it reliable? Outside of that, I don't care. And if that's the case, this is definitely an excellent buy. Eurasian Bob has this for sale. We'll have a link in the description. You can go ask him about pricing or questions you might have. You're probably not going to get it for $2,500, so don't even try. It's going to be very expensive. Whoever buys it is basically getting a brand new 2009 Grand Marquis. However, there are a lot of these for sale. They're obviously not museum pieces like this one, but they're still very nice. You can get them for $4, $5, $6 grand. They're low miles, really nice. If they've got 150,000 miles, they can go another 300,000 or 400,000 miles. They're basically an American version of a Toyota Camry. They are that much bulletproof. Now this is the Panther platform, which shares with the Ford Crown Victoria, also the Lincoln Town Car. All of these would be equally reliable and safe. Very, very good cars. Now this video doesn't show all things apart and all kinds of scams or anything. It's not that exciting of a video, I know. But when these cars come into the shop, this perfect. I like to share them with you guys so you can kind of oogle with me. Some of us are my age or older and you remember these cars being brand new on the road. And it's like going back in time. It's really, really cool to do that. So I definitely wanted to share it with you guys. If you're curious what kind of tools we're not going to use on this one, but definitely on all those others in the shop, check our Amazon affiliates link in the description below. If you purchase anything there, we get a small cut and we really appreciate it. Check out Mrs. Wizard's Way. She got some really awesome videos uploading. You guys don't want to miss out. There's a link in the description for that. And hit the subscribe button here as well because we've got 750 videos, guys. Isn't that a lot? Here's to 750 more. Hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.